Yeah, Inside the NBA comes your way just moments from now. Next on Inside, it says nachos with jalapenos.
I don't get it.
Pinos are not penos.
Jalapenos.
Pinos. I'm from San Antonio. Pinos.
Pinos? Jalapenos?
San Antonio,
Jalapeno.
Chuck.
Jalapeno.
Whatever it is, it's hot to eat.
Charles
San Antonio,
would
Chuck.
Greek history. Yeah, another big night for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And another edition, an award-winning edition of Shaq and a Fool.
Welcome back, Mello.
It's everybody's favorite show, Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. How do I know it's everybody's favorite show?
Because the ratings say so.
How many people?
How many people watching?
It was very decisive on your part.
7.8 million watching the show tonight.
Right now.
Right now.
70? No,
7.8 million.
That's low.
No, that don't tell you how many people. That's the rating.
Yeah.
Oh,
That does not tell you how many people are watching.
It's
Well, how many
it's
people watch?
1:14 a.m.
It's 1:14 a.m.
and you got 7 point. Yeah.
7.8.
So are we gonna start? Are we gonna start?
No, we're going to start with this. Are they still trying to trick people in putting pickles in the nachos in Phoenix, Chuck?
No, man, they got a good team now.
Oh, what happened? Mickey, come on out.
Look at this. Mickey has delivered.
These ain't nachos. They ain't got no cheese and chili on them.
Come on, those are nachos,
No, they
right?
got cheese on it, right there.
No, that ain't.
Oh, and
Come
those
on,
are
man.
real
That's
jalapenos.
right. No,
That's not
Jalapenos.
nachos.
Jalapenos.
That's cheese.
Pinos.
you have to put chili.
And you got to put cheese on
You
it.
got to put chili and cheese on there.
It's not cheese?
And you don't chop up the jalapenos.
No, you don't chop up.
Come on, Mick.
This is over for.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you
The
something.
show has begun on a very
My
disappointing
sons,
note.
my sons have played well this year.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, these been around for a long time. These jalapenos and chili, nachos, whatever these are.
You know, I hate to, I know we're on a real roll here to start the show, but let's go ahead and do some highlights.
Nobody's gonna eat that, Joe.
Man alive.
They sprayed stuff on it so it could look like it's good, like a commercial.
Yeah, Devin Booker.
Yes, J.J. Redick. And J.J.
It's a shame that y'all didn't get to see the Suns play with Aaron Baines and Ricky Rubio tonight. They have been playing very well.
J.J. had 14 in the first quarter.
Shooting it real well. He's that type of guy. Oh, well, I got you.
This guy's been the difference. Drew Holiday's been great in the last half dozen games.
Oh, Shaquille, y'all think Drew Holiday might be the most underrated, really good player in the NBA?
Yeah, he's underrated.
He's the new Michael Conley.
He's not who?
He's the new Michael Conley. Remember a couple years ago?
Yeah, I used to have Mike Conley most under, but I think Drew Holiday's a terrific player.
Look at, did Kelly Oubre know that was going down? Yes, he did.
Kiss him to the fans.
66-59. We go to the third period, and J.J.
But cheat that pick.
My God.
Holiday.
Holidays.
All you needed was a cigarette and a
You
blindfold.
took the holidays.
There's Lonzo Ball after missing a half dozen games. He's back in there and shooting that three ball.
Okay. All right, Lonzo Ball.
Pelicans went 10 for 10 to start the third quarter. 24-10 run.
Who he play for?
Check Diallo. Check, please.
Check.
Brandon Ingram.
Has played well all season.
Yeah, this is his best season.
He's had 8 25-point games,
Yeah.
and he had 7 all of last year.
Oh,
How about that? How about that nugget?
how about get dunked on?
Nice move right there. Nice.
How about some more Brandon Ingram? You get that nugget on Brandon Ingram?
Y'all got that.
8 games of at least 25. Only had 7 last year.
That's a great. Okay. Nah, not another one.
Barbecue chicken alert down there, Ernie.
Trouble.
I ain't no trouble.
That thing
That's a
going.
travel shot.
Pivot foot. Stop it. He did not lift his pivot foot.
He's having a good play.
Oh my goodness.
How you get an inbound? No.
Come on, Kenny. Let me hear that music on the inbound.
Nah, not yet.
On the inbound
It was a
play.
good game. It got
Score that easy on the inbound play.
124-121.
You should never score on an out of bounds play.
What is
Is
your
this
final
youth
score?
league?
Yeah.
Youth
You
League.
should never score. Anytime you have 5 guys going forward, that should never happen.
Pelicans, season high, 3-game winning streak. Suns, season high, 3-game losing streak.
Wow.
I did kind of get the wheels turning on you earlier tonight when we talked about Phoenix.
Yeah.
When they, when they get Baines and when they get Rubio back in there, and when Ayton comes off suspension, is this potentially a team that makes the top 8 in the Western Conference? You said no.
I don't think they are going to make the top 8.
But it's close.
Well, that's because it's been disappointing. The Spurs have been disappointing. The Trailblazers have been disappointing. So that's probably, to me, the two biggest shockers in the West.
Did you put that on the board, Ernie?
No, there was really nothing definitive enough to put on the board.
The Suns will not make the playoffs.
Are you saying the Suns will not make the playoffs? I mean, I can put it on the board.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be
That wouldn't be a big
shocker.
Yeah.
Why
That's
not?
not a shocker if they.
It would be
It'd be a shocker if
it'd
they
be a
make
surprise if you said that the Suns are going to make the
The
playoffs.
Suns are not going to, in my opinion.
Right.
Because like I say, but, you know, New Orleans going to get Zion back. But the Spurs and the Trailblazers have been the most disappointing teams.
Yeah, it's early. I would say I would agree with that. I think the one thing that both these young teams have done is that they played at a faster pace. I made fun of how fast they play at halftime, and because a lot of times they don't see the opportunities as a one-on-three three-point shot is not a good shot. But once they start realizing and playing at that pace and that they did in the second half at times, and taking good shots, and good shots can be quick, but they have to be good. And once they understand that, that is the difference between. There's a lot of teams that are young. I'm gonna grab this for you. That are young, that they can't understand that pace yet. We got in the East. You got Atlanta trying to figure it out. Cleveland and Knicks, and they're trying to figure it out. And then
What they trying to figure out?
they don't understand the pace of the game, but you can play fast.
I don't
And
know.
those two teams, to me, they're figuring it out, and it's coming together.
It's not that they're figuring it out. I don't know if either team will make the playoffs. They're not playing at full strength yet. For example, New Orleans. All the hype was on Zion. He gets hurt right away. You got to make those adjustments that you weren't prepared for. So they're not at full strength. I'm gonna give them a pass for that. When they get at full strength, I think one of them could sneak in. It's not definitive on one or two of them getting in, but I think one of those teams could sneak in if they.
I got to give your Sacramento Kings the love. They playing a lot better. They're 6 and 7 now.
Bogdanovich shooting that thing, ain't he? Woo.
Wait,
Well, you know what they?
Yes.
Anybody with a vitch.
Anybody with a vitch in their last name.
Hey, you had earlier tonight. You said, "Hey, I'm going to ask a question of the panel at halftime." We've had 2 halftime shows. We haven't had the question yet.
First of all, just for now, it's not the whole season. Giannis, LeBron, James Harden, Luka Doncic. Who's the front runner for MVP right now?
What do you mean? What do you mean for not? This isn't for the whole year.
I mean, like, if
based on what you've seen now, who's your?
I hate when y'all do this.
Wait.
Y'all meet in the media. It's 2 weeks in the season.
Well, we can.
3 weeks.
Who's
in the
been the
season.
best player in the league the first 2 weeks of the
First quarter of the season.
Yes.
Not quarter, almost quarter.
Doncic has been very impressive.
Oof.
Yes. So, Shaq, if you had a vote for MVP right now?
I like Giannis.
Giannis?
I like Giannis.
I'm going to say LeBron James. I think overall, what he's done and the energy that he's brought to the Los Angeles Lakers obviously has great help now. They have a better team. But to play at this level, at this stage, and be in the contention and have the best record in basketball, basically, I'd have to go with him. But the most exciting player, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic. He's the most exciting player right now.
So
I'm saying Greek.
Not really.
Greek freak?
Most exciting. He's more exciting to watch.
No, James
Right
Harden.
now.
James Harden doing the same thing he did.
No.
Yeah, but let me tell you something.
James Harden doing
Not
the same
exciting.
stuff.
When Harden, we seen.
Bro,
James
dribble
do
between his legs, step back with 2
Oh, he's
doing
good,
the same
but I'm not
thing.
saying
Remember when I said
He's
last
so
year
good.
that James Harden was the best offensive player I think
I
I've
agree with
ever
that.
seen?
I agree with that.
He's not as good as Michael and Kobe, but the way the rules are, his ability to shoot the three, and his physics, and he plays every single night. There's no load management.
And he plays a lot of minutes.
He plays a lot of minutes. He's impressive.
He can catch fire anytime.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that. James is great, but I'm seeing from the rebounding.
You're just saying Luka's more exciting because he's new.
Maybe that's it. But
Fun to watch. Fun to watch.
Sometimes the new car.
Whether he's new or not, he is balling.
And we're going to be talking about Luka
James
Doncic more a little bit later in the show. Not sure he would ever want to, but Kenny Smith would make a great coach.
Is that a crossover?
How about Jamal
Wait,
Crawford?
I'm not sure if you want to, but Jamal Crawford, you see what Carmelo's doing. He came in seamlessly, and this guy's played 2 games. This guy will be a finisher. He needs to be in the league. That's it.
Ride from Kia, official automotive partner of the NBA. Visit kia.com to learn more.
BR Kicks. Giannis wearing a new color of his Nike Freak 1 signature shoe. Melo breaks out the Air Jordan 34 in his second game back. Anthony Simons in the YouTube-inspired Nike KD 12. And Devin Booker with his own player-exclusive Kobe 4. Check it out at BR Kicks on social. Well, the last time the Blazers won a game in Milwaukee was 6 years ago, the rookie season of Giannis Antetokounmpo. The final score, Portland 91-82. Know what the Greek Freak did that night? That was rough. He did not play coach's decision. In fact, the guy who would eventually become the NBA's MVP had 3 of those DNP-CDs in his first 10 games in the league.
What?
I am struggling through this.
Strike 2, Ernie Johnson.
Going into Thursday night's meeting with Carmelo Anthony and the Blazers, Giannis was second in the league in both scoring and rebounding and had registered a double-double in every game. Got through that one. Almost. Good gracious. Man alive. Okay, so let's look at the highlights. Somebody else did these things.
Well, here's Carmelo, but, he's not used to seeing the Greek Freak.
No, that's a mistake. You can't drive against a guy 7'8".
Up, and all of a sudden you get down.
Why would you post against a guy 7'8"?
Because then you can shoot this. This is what you need to do. Just step out, get him away from the basket, Jack. But Carmelo, what I do like about Carmelo.
Oh.
Regardless, that was close to a walk. I don't know if it was.
It was a walk.
But he's taking good shots.
Yes,
regardless of mismake, he's getting a high value.
Oh, who that?
Pat Connaughton.
Who he play for?
Yeah, Pat Connaughton. Oh, then he just started shooting with this kid.
Wesley Matthews.
He shot it.
Oh, don't wait for him.
Wesley again.
He shot it in the second half too. Oh, but
Melo.
Hello, Melo.
One thing about Melo, he's always been a great scorer.
Yeah.
Oh, stop the
ball.
You can't stop him.
Ooh, that was almost a carry.
Up the ball. It's not a carry.
The only team I've seen stop him do that, it was Toronto last year. Like, really stop him from doing it.
Yeah, because they was waiting for him.
72-58 at the half.
4 guys waiting for him, right, Chuck?
Melo for 3 again.
I thought it was a
Giannis.
good night. See, this is
too easy.
too easy. They're too little. This is the
Double.
problem. No, they're too little. I don't
Got
care
a double early.
No, but who's coming? Gary Trent Jr. is just too little to be coming over to help.
C.J. McCollum had 37 a season high.
No, he ain't.
Look, everybody's getting dunks. They have a little team down in Portland. Remember Miles Leonard and all those big guys? They used to come in off the bench. They have that no longer.
Yeah, no Whiteside in there tonight.
Whiteside.
Portland.
Oh my gosh, they're little.
In addition to no Damian Lillard in this one again.
No way.
Yeah, Brook Lopez.
Hey, Brookie.
Look, just
You got to come early.
little, man. Too little.
Man, come on, you can't let that guy play.
He's too
one-on-one.
little.
No.
Got that on Anthony Tolliver, who he played
yeah.
for, Chuck.
Oh.
He got a little jelly there.
Yeah, a little Dante DiVincenzo. And
Kobe's finest.
how about the numbers for Giannis on this night? 24, 19 rebounds, a season high. 15 assists,
that's
a
CB
career
right
high. His 16th triple-double. The only guy with numbers like that in a game. It happened in 1982. Larry Bird, 28, 19, 15, and 3 steals. Giannis also had 3 steals on this night. Meantime, Melo, with his 18 points on 6 of 15 field goals, had this to say after the game.
Not for you, could you tangibly tell any difference in your first and second game where, okay, this was easier?
Yeah, it's just more, kind of more relaxed. More finding that pace, finding that rhythm, learning how to play with the guys on the team, learning how to play within this system and things to do, where to be at on the court. Those things are still going to take some time to do, but for the most part, it's, just playing basketball and, making reads and just using my instincts.
29 minutes now. How do you feel conditioning-wise? It looks like.
I feel good, man. I feel good. I don't think that should be a question anymore after this. I'm well rested, man. I've been off for a year, and I take care of my body. I take care of do what I got to do. I feel good. I'm gonna feel good from here on out.
So enough of that question. So tonight, or through 2 games, 28 points on 29 field goal attempts for Carmelo Anthony. And earlier today, he sat down with Allie LaForce, very candid conversation.
The timeline was why. Like it started off as why. Like it was an embarrassment. It was an ego hit. It was a pride hit. You know, I felt like I didn't want to be around nobody. It was definitely an ego hit for me, and I think that was the hardest part, to just swallow my ego and let that go. And then it went to, do I really want to do this anymore? Like I started questioning that, sitting down with my family and just sitting down with myself and like, is it worth it? Do I belong here? You know, I started questioning that. Then it went to, you know, what am I doing? Like, why are you thinking like that? You know, and just putting the work in, you know, mentally, like, and spiritually, like just putting that work in and talking to people and having the right people around me. And then I started to like, okay, I belong here. Like, this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna go get, no matter how long it's gonna take. And then I was just like, you know what? I gotta disconnect from the game in order for me to appreciate this moment a little bit more. And here I am today. It's the small things that I gotta get back, but as far as my game is just the rhythm and the flow, and I mean, it's hard jumping back into the game and coming into a team that's already played 10 games, that's already had training camp, who knows one another. Guys are hurt, so it's like you just coming right in and being thrown into the fire. So you gotta remain humble in that situation. I'm gonna be patient. Like I know what I still can do from a basketball standpoint. It's just I have to humble myself. I have to get rid of my ego. I have to get rid of my pride, but also approach the game differently. And I wanted, I talked to Coach Stotts, and I said, look, the only thing I would like for you to do for me is just be transparent with me. If you want me to do X, Y, Z, I don't have no problem with doing it. Just let me know up front, and we both can be transparent, and we can make this thing work. And he told me, look, this is what your role is going to be. This is what we expect of you, and we're ready for you like yesterday. And
really honest first-person assessment by Melo of where he's at in his life and in his career, and to bring up words like, hey, it was embarrassing and that kind of thing, and now just having to change and fit in and see where this next chapter takes him. It's kind of what you guys have been saying since we got the word that he was going to be signing with the Blazers.
Yeah, because
I think he had a year to reflect. Mm-hmm. And of course, with all the social media and all that, he heard the chatter. The toughest thing to do when you're the man in high school, when you're the man in AAU, you're the man in college, you win a college national championship, you're the man when you come to the NBA, you're the man in the Olympics. The toughest thing to do is when you get older is realize you're not the man anymore. But we are so strong mentally, we've been through it so much, we never really think like that. So sometimes it comes as a shocker. Like when you get older, of course you can shoot, of course you can run, but you still think you can average 28 when you really can't. So the toughest thing to do is to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I got to adjust my game. I'm not a superstar anymore. This young guy, he's a superstar. I'm the role player. Some people can handle it, some people can't. I think when he was in Houston, he couldn't handle that. That's why it didn't work. But I think he had a year to reflect, and he heard what everybody was saying. And I've never heard him talk like that before. The past conversation I heard was, no, I'm not coming off the bench. I'm Carmelo Anthony. You know what I did? But he's very honest. He said, look, I don't mind changing my role. Just be transparent. Just let me know what I got to do up front. If he has that attitude all year, I'll allow what Dwight Howard is doing in L.A. It'll work.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Great to see we talking about that. Most guys who've been off a year, their bodies don't look like they look like they've been off a year. His doesn't. Yep. He looks like he's been doing a great job. And then, he said he was hearing the chatter because at that point you don't really know who's in your corner because everyone's saying, oh, we want you back, and then you read everything else is like, oh, he should never come back. So you don't know. So I can understand that doubt. But I have to blame, some of it to, coaching and management of where he was. Because I think there has to be a clear understanding when you bring in guys like that, what the measurement of success is. Like, this is what we expect, and this will be success if you do this. Then there's no doubt. So then he can't go and say, well, I should get more shots. Or I didn't. No. We've already given you what the measurement of success is as a coaching staff and as a management staff. So this is it. And if you reach that, then we feel good and you should feel good. And if you don't reach that, then we're going to have a conversation.
I'll sum this up like this, Ernie. Whether you Kenny, Chuck, or Shaq, when you can't do what you're used to, it just sucks. Like, part of being a great player is your confidence, your pride, your ego, whatever word you want to use. But when you can't do it anymore, it just flat out sucks. And like I say, one of the toughest days for me when I went to Rudy Tom Johnson and said, hey, Kevin Willis is a better player than me. And it was painful. But listen, we can say anything we want to. Father Time is undefeated. It's always going to win. And it's a bad feeling.
Yeah, it is a bad feeling when Shaq can beat you to the big board. Like, you realize, it's over. Like, it's over.
Ernie trying to read through that got me crying too, man.
Tweet for the people.
and I wrote it and I couldn't read it.
Right,
too, Ernie.
That was really nice.
One more, you're out of here.
Come on, man.
Sometimes you have those nights, boys and girls. We'll be back with more in a second.
First time ever.
That is the first time ever.
It is.
Luka Doncic.
Well, he's been balling right now. Boy, it's been really fun to watch. Really fun to watch.
Yeah, and every time you look up, he's doing something nobody's done. Youngest player with a consecutive 35-point triple-doubles. And the Mavericks are 9-5. They're one of 8 teams in the NBA with winning records at home and on the road. Only 8 teams in the league right now can make that claim. What's the most impressive part of his game for you, Kenneth?
That he's playing with another really good player in Porzingis. That he has freedom to operate. I think before, as his rookie year, you could double him off of pick and rolls. You could isolate him on the defensive end. But with Porzingis, now he gets to play one-on-one. And, they got shooters around him. Powell's playing well, and Tim Hardaway Jr. and all those guys. But I think that adding Porzingis allowed him to have more freedom. It's kind of what the freedom that most great players one-on-one in the perimeter get when they play with guys like Shaq or they played with guys like Charles. They had this unlimited freedom where you play one-on-one and you're one of the best one-on-one players in the world.
I like the fact that he's averaging all these points. He's playing very flashy basketball, but he's doing it the right way. He always makes the correct pass, always gets his teammates involved, always tells teammates good pass. He's having fun, too. Like, I always see him do a couple step backs and defenders really close. He hits it in their face. He's laughing at them, and he's young. So, the ceiling for him is still very high. But I love watching this kid because he's doing great, and he's doing it the right way.
4th in scoring, 11th in rebounding, 2nd in assists.
Yeah.
Chuck, to me, he's the kind of guy I think, like John Wooden would love this guy, the way he plays the game, and never in a hurry.
That was the point I was going to make. We talk about Kawhi Leonard playing at his own pace. Nobody ever speeds him up. He always plays pace. Luka's the same way. But to piggyback on something Kenny always say about, he talked about Steph Curry. Steph Curry, one of the things he's underrated for is the Warriors, he make them play at a tempo. Doncic make the Mavs play at a nice tempo. Like, it's a little slower than Steph, but it works for him and the Mavs.
And I would agree with you, Chuck. It's just as hard to play fast, to make the team you're playing against play fast. When you play against Golden State Warriors, you had no choice. You had to play fast when Steph Curry's at the helm. And you have to play slower when Luka. I don't care how fast you want to play. Nope. We're going to play this way. And that is a skill set that is very underrated.
So we'll see him the next 2 Tuesdays, once on NBA TV and once on TNT. Tonight, we have a Shark IQ robot vacuum rolling around the studio area.
What's that?
The folks at Shark heard we could use some help cleaning things up around here. So, we're setting the Shark IQ loose. In fact,
oh my goodness!
The control room is just a hot mess.
Okay, TK.
Look at this.
4 push-ups.
Up there, they're all celebrating because we have next week off, and so things are out of control.
First of all, that guy doing push-ups need to be doing some push-aways from the table. Need to be doing.
I thought that was actually pretty good form.
It was good form.
TK, can we see that again? Is this Marine Corps push-ups? Let's see.
He's in the Marine Corps.
Well, he's never been in the Marines.
Yes, he has. Oh, that's nice.
Makes the Marine Corps.
All the way down.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck.
Pretty impressive. Yeah, this is.
Oh, that's when Sabelle tried to challenge.
Yeah, we remember that.
Yeah,
how many he did?
Oh, he did like 10.
Oh, Sabelle challenged
and then he starts doing you drop your waist and not your arm.
Yeah.
How many is that?
A take. I could have did them for days, America.
That's when I was wearing bow ties.
That's not a push-up. That's a Bobby
That's
Brown.
not a.
Yeah, that's
Not a push-up.
Yeah, that's a hip-hop.
Yeah,
all right.
that's the.
That's enough of those.
Oh.
And of course, Chuck when he was going to set the sit-up record.
That's what the guy. First of all, a guy was doing those sit-ups and trying to set the world record just like that. That's not a sit-up.
The one thing you may know about Chuck, maybe you don't know about, you're a neat freak.
Yes.
Yeah, a clean freak, call it whatever you will. And we've seen you from time to time tidying up your area.
It is unbelievably uncomfortable to be sitting next to him for the last 18 years every day with the only person I know that does it.
But tonight,
Nice, Chuck.
look, you thought you had gotten everything, Chuckster.
No, that stuff wasn't.
But
it was not.
yeah, but then you got to send it to Shark.
Yeah, I
I
knew it.
guarantee that thing can't pick up them big donuts.
Hey, you know what? Obviously, we're going to get one of those.
No, it's a cool machine.
Those are-
You can control it with an app on your phone, uses dynamic home mapping, and then cleans with a smart route
Doesn't
coverage.
do me any good, Ernie. if
And
they're not
best
coming
of all, it empties itself.
Yes, it does.
Shark meat.
And thanks
Shark
to the
makes
folks
a great
at-
product. I gotta admit that.
And thanks to the folks at Shark, they're gifting us
Hey,
a bunch of
I know,
Shark
there you
IQ
go.
robot vacuum.
Now you're cooking with grease, Shark.
Oh, this is
nice.
impressive.
Yes. Now you're cooking with grease.
Oh, to Ernie from Shark. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I got one. There
this
you
is
go.
an impressive display.
This is impressive.
Kenny's got one.
Shaq's got one.
Shaq. The Shaq
Thank you,
from Shark. Who
Who
else?
else? That.
To Garvin. Garvin, our lighting.
How does
guru.
Garvin get one?
Garvin's going to get one. It's
Yeah,
very
the whole
nice.
Why does
parade of
Garvin
them.
get one?
To
Sean got
Sean, one of the great studio camera folk of all time.
Wait, we missing
Oh,
something.
look at all. What an impressive
one more.
parade.
We missing something.
Steve Fiorello's going to get one, our director, of course. He set up the shot.
Oh, this
Oh,
one.
yeah, there's all kind of them. Look, how many are back there?
Who's controlling these things?
I'm telling you, you control them with your phone, and you pre-program where they go.
Duane.
Doanne?
Yeah.
Who's Doanne? Who's she work for?
Who she play for?
She's our production manager, and now she's got herself a Shark IQ.
Oh, congratulations, everybody. Also to me.
Wait, how many of them things did y'all buy?
No, it's called gifting.
Yeah,
Thank you, Shark.
They did not gift us that many,
Yes, they did.
especially
look at
without
that.
gifting me one.
We're going to have a clean studio floor.
Wow.
I'll tell you that much.
We appreciate that. Thanks to the folks at Shark.
Thank you very much, Shark, for nothing.
And we'll get you,
I didn't get one, honey.
we'll get you something
Well,
here.
you already.
You
Here.
have mine,
There you
Chuck.
go.
Funny guys. Come on, Shark.
We got you some wet wipe.
Y'all gave Gar one and not me. That's sad. I give it to Earl
I
right
see,
now.
I see him a lot. I don't know, Earl.
I come up to New York right now and give it to him.
There was.
Oh, pause with
Maybe a big Hall of Fame one-on-one tournament you
would
guys
be
could be
fun.
in. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I want him. Hey, I want him, Oscar Robertson, and Bill Russell on the same day.
Oh,
I give it to Bill Russell,
I
man.
know you will.
Right now.
That's
Right
going
now?
viral
Right now.
again.
I don't think. I don't know.
Give it to him right now.
Give it to him right now.
You know one place Earl the Pearl Monroe would never be found.
Where's that?
Shacked in a Fool.
Oh, never.
Never on Shacked in a Fool.
Never.
Here's this week's edition. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's shacking the fool.
What?
He's shacking the fool.
What?
He's shacking the fool.
What?
Chuck won all the legends. All.
Number 4, Giannis
way.
Antetokounmpo.
No way.
This is not funny. Free throws are harder than they look. America.
Yeah, what is wrong? Close that door.
You got a Shackton on the pronunciation.
Yo,
Hey man, it's Antetokounmpo.
That's close enough. Look at Wendell Clark.
it's actually Carter. But
Carter, leave him alone. Free throws are hard, America.
Oh, who's going to be next here? Oh, my.
Number 3, Jonas Valanciunas. This pass was worse than my pronunciation of Jonas Valanciunas.
good look, man. He was open. Jason Williams, Ryan. Jason Williams rolling over in his grave.
Oh, hey.
White chocolate.
That's number 2. Lance.
Oh, Lance, he's not even back.
You can take Lance out of the league, but you can't take Shaquille out of Lance.
Oh, come on, man. What did he do? He didn't do anything.
Where's Lance playing at?
He squeezed his ribs.
20 seconds later. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Lance playing in China?
Oh, they need some of that. They need some flopping fines over there.
Oh, they do.
And number 1, Russell Westbrook. If you want something done wrong, do it yourself.
This is painful.
Come on, Chuck, say it with me. Dribble, 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 dribble. Dribble, dribble, dribble.
Come on, man. Pass it. Oh,
Let me hear it, Chuck.
I might give it to Westbrook just for the Charles treatment. Underdog, where are you saying that Lance is playing for? The Flying Leopards.
Yeah, he won't be eligible until, I think you can't come back until after February.
Okay.
What?
If you go to China, you can't.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that. Thank you, Underdog.
How you used to pronounce that?
Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas.
oh, Shaq.
That was back in my
Now back in your what?
my PP days.
That's a three. That's a
PP, player
three-quarter court.
Pimpalicious days.
That's a three-quarter court.
He understands me.
I like that three-quarter.
He understands me.
You were fly though, wasn't you?
Right in the mug.
We're coming back. Excellent job, Shaq. We're coming back with more in just a sec.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, look at that.
I'll take the long
Smuggling
suit.
grapes.
that was a mistake, America. I was a little overconfident.
You needed Shaq's